Ever wonder how much of our behavior is innate and how much is learned? Well, that's where psychological experiments come into play. They're like a magnifying glass that helps us delve deep into the human psyche, unraveling the threads of human behavior and emotions, and revealing the intricate tapestry of the mind. This fascinating world of psychological experiments is a realm where science meets the human spirit and grapples with the timeless question, what makes us, us? There are two main types of psychological experiments that help us understand this. First, we have naturalistic observation. This is where psychologists observe and record behavior in its natural setting, without interference. It's like a wildlife documentary, but instead of lions and gazelles, we're observing humans in their natural habitat. Then we have controlled laboratory experiments. Here, psychologists create a controlled environment to test specific variables and their impact on behavior. It's like cooking up a recipe, but instead of adding a pinch of salt or a dash of pepper, we're manipulating variables like stress levels or environmental stimuli, observing how they change the flavor of human behavior. But these experiments aren't conducted haphazardly. There's a strong ethical backbone that guides them. Respect for human dignity, informed consent, and the right to withdraw are just a few of the pillars that uphold the integrity of psychological experimentation. It's a fine balance of pushing the boundaries of knowledge while ensuring the well-being of those who help us in this quest. So, why are these experiments so important? Well, they shape our understanding of the human mind, guiding everything from therapeutic techniques to educational strategies. They help us navigate the complexities of mental health and enhance our capacity for empathy and understanding. Now let's take a step back in time to understand how these experiments have shaped our understanding of the human mind. Imagine hearing a bell and suddenly feeling hungry. That's precisely what happened with Pavlov's dogs. Today we delve into the intriguing world of conditioned responses as we explore the famous experiment conducted by Russian physiologist Ivan Pavlov in the late 19th century. Pavlov's experiment was a groundbreaking endeavor that revolutionized our understanding of learning and behavior. The experiment began when Pavlov observed his dogs salivating at the sight of the lab assistant who usually fed them. This piqued Pavlov's curiosity. He wondered, was it possible to condition his dogs to associate an unrelated stimulus, such as the sound of a bell, with food? To test his hypothesis, Pavlov embarked on a series of trials. He rang a bell each time he presented food to his dogs. Initially, the dogs did not react to the bell, but after several rounds of this pairing, they began to salivate at the mere sound of the bell, even when no food was presented. What Pavlov had achieved was a conditioned response. He had successfully trained his dogs to associate the sound of a bell with the anticipation of food. The implications of Pavlov's experiment reach far beyond the realm of salivating dogs. It opened up a new understanding of how learning takes place. This concept of conditioned responses is now a cornerstone in the field of psychology, particularly in behavioral psychology. It helps us understand why we behave the way we do in response to certain stimuli, and how our environment can shape our behavior over time. For instance, have you ever wondered why certain jingles make you crave a specific brand of soda, or why the smell of popcorn makes you long for a movie theater? These are all examples of conditioned responses in our everyday lives. So, next time you find yourself reaching for a snack at the sound of a TV commercial, or feel your heart race at the sight of a roller coaster, remember, it's not just you. It's the power of conditioned responses at play, a concept that was brought to light by the simple yet groundbreaking experiment with Pavlov's dogs. So the next time you reach for a snack at the sound of a TV commercial, remember Pavlov's dogs. Have you ever wondered how ordinary people could become cruel under certain circumstances? Today we delve into the Stanford Prison Experiment, an intriguing exploration of human behavior that took place in the 1970s. This experiment was conceived and conducted by psychologist Philip Zimbardo. The premise was simple. Take a group of average, everyday individuals and place them in a mock prison environment. Some were assigned the roles of prisoners, while others became the prison guards. The experiment was designed to last for 2 weeks, but it had to be terminated prematurely after just 6 days due to the disturbing outcomes. What Zimbardo found was shocking, yet fascinating. The participants, regular folks like you and me, began to conform to their assigned roles with alarming intensity. The guards began to exhibit authoritarian and abusive behavior towards the prisoners, who in turn became passive, accepting their roles as the oppressed. Remember, these were not real guards or prisoners, but everyday people playing a part. This was no Hollywood drama but a stark demonstration of the power of situational forces and social roles over individual behavior. It showed how dramatically we can change when thrust into an environment that encourages certain behavior, even if that behavior is fundamentally against our nature. The experiment highlighted the dark side of human nature, revealing how easily we can become cruel and oppressive given the right circumstances. It also demonstrated how we can lose our individuality and personal identity when we are part of a system that promotes certain roles and behaviors. The Stanford Prison Experiment remains one of the most infamous studies in the field of psychology. It has raised ethical questions and sparked debates about the depths to which the human mind can be manipulated. But above all, it has provided invaluable insight into the complexities of human behavior and the power of social roles and situations. The Stanford Prison Experiment showed us how easily we can lose ourselves in a role, particularly when the environment supports it. This experiment serves as a stark reminder of the profound effects our surroundings can have on our behavior, and how quickly we can lose sight of who we truly are. Did you know that our attention isn't as broad as we think it is? It's a simple question, but the answer might surprise you. Let's dive into the fascinating world of inattentional blindness, as highlighted by a unique psychological experiment back in the 1990s. This intriguing experiment, known as the invisible gorilla test, was conducted by two cognitive psychologists, Daniel Simons and Christopher Chabris. Their aim? To unravel just how much our attention can truly capture at any given moment. And the results were nothing short of eye-opening. In the experiment, participants were shown a video of two teams, one dressed in white and the other in black, passing a basketball back and forth. They were instructed to count the number of passes made by the team in white. Seems simple enough, right? But here's the twist. Midway through the video, a person in a gorilla suit strolls into the frame, thumps their chest and walks off. Now, you'd think spotting a gorilla in the midst of a basketball game would be a piece of cake. But when asked afterwards, more than half of the participants had no recollection of seeing the gorilla. They were so focused on counting the passes that they completely missed the invisible gorilla. And just like that, the concept of inattentional blindness was beautifully illustrated. Inattentional blindness, as this phenomenon is called, is a lack of attention that is not associated with any vision defects or deficits. It simply means that when we are fully engaged in a task, we can become blind to other, unexpected stimuli. Our attention, it turns out, is a limited resource, and we can only process a certain amount of information at any given time. So the invisible gorilla experiment is more than just a quirky test. It's a stark reminder of our cognitive limitations. It underscores the fact that our attention is not an all-seeing, all-encompassing spotlight, but rather a narrow beam that can only illuminate so much. So it's not that we don't see things, but rather that we often fail to notice things that don't grab our attention. The invisible gorilla experiment is a testament to this fact, a fascinating insight into the workings of our minds. So, what lies ahead for psychological experiments? As we glide into the future, technology continues to shape the landscape of psychological research, offering cutting-edge tools that could revolutionize the way we understand the human mind. From virtual reality to artificial intelligence, these advancements are not just changing the game but redefining it. Imagine a world where virtual reality allows researchers to create immersive environments, simulating real-life situations that would be otherwise impossible or unethical to recreate. This could potentially enhance our understanding of how humans react under certain conditions, providing invaluable insights into our behavior and cognition. On the other hand, artificial intelligence and machine learning are opening up new avenues for data analysis. These technologies can process vast amounts of data faster and more accurately than any human could, revealing patterns and trends that might otherwise go unnoticed. However, with these advancements come significant ethical considerations. As we tread into uncharted territory, we must be mindful of the potential risks and challenges. For instance, how do we ensure the privacy and security of personal data in an age where information is increasingly digitized? And how do we balance the pursuit of knowledge with respect for human dignity and rights? These are complex questions that do not have easy answers. But they are questions we must grapple with, as they will shape the future of psychological research. Furthermore, as technology continues to evolve, so must our ethical guidelines. We need to constantly reassess and update our standards to keep pace with the rapidly changing landscape of research. In the end, it's all about striking a balance, a balance between harnessing the power of technology to push the boundaries of what we know about the human mind, and ensuring that we do so in a way that respects the rights and dignity of the individuals involved. As we continue to explore the human mind, one thing remains clear. Psychological experiments will always be a fascinating journey into understanding ourselves. Hello everyone, as we delve deeper into the fascinating world of psychological experiments, we need your support more than ever. By giving our video a thumbs up, you're helping us spread the word about the importance of understanding the human mind. So don't forget to hit that like button. And if you found this video intriguing, why not share it with your friends and family? You never know, you might spark their interest in psychology. Remember, every share counts. It helps us reach a wider audience, spreading knowledge and fostering curiosity about the human psyche. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you're not only supporting our work, but you're also ensuring that you never miss out on our latest videos. Your support means the world to us. It's what keeps us going, what fuels our passion for exploring the human mind. So, from all of us here, thank you. Thank you for being a part of our journey, for being a part of this fascinating exploration of the human mind. Together we can continue to push the boundaries of our understanding to unravel the mysteries of the mind. So until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, keep learning.